Okay, everybody. So I'm Lois, and I'm with the Imaging Professionals of Indiana, and we are so excited that in actually less than 2 weeks, June 6th, we have our special guest here, Jen, coming to Indiana to share with us. And so, hi, Jen.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit what you have planned for Indiana this in the 2 weeks here.
Yeah, sure. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of boudoir. We are going to be mostly talking about posing and no, not just what to move on the body, but how to move it to get what you're looking for. And we'll be practicing with some models as well and playing with some lighting. And it'll be really great. And it's not just for boudoir photographers. I really want to make sure that that's clear. Even if you shoot weddings or seniors or any women in any capacity, this class will help you pose them better, clothes or no clothes. So it's really for anybody that photographs women.
Yeah, I was noticing that because I was rewatching your TED Talk and I was flipping through your Pinterest and I'm like, I mean, it says introduction to boudoir, but then as I was looking at your Pinterest pictures, I'm like, well, that would be, put a 4-year-old next to that woman and that is a beautiful mother-child picture. So your posing just is very flattering to women. And I think that that's where people will really extremely benefit because, and then another thing that you commented about was that we as women don't necessarily want to look different, but in pictures we do want to look beautiful.
Yeah,
So
so it's not just knowing how to pose a woman, it's knowing how to recognize a good pose when you see it and what is a good pose. And part of that is that it flatters the subject. And I know it sounds so obvious, but let's be frank, we've all taken pictures of people that are not flattering. And we've seen pictures of ourselves that are not flattering. How many times has somebody looked at a picture and said, do I really look like this? I hope I don't look like this. I mean, I do it too. We're all guilty of it. But the truth is, no, you probably don't look like that. It was probably a bad lens choice or a bad lighting choice or a bad posing choice. So it's really working on all of that together to create, what the client looks like in real life, if not better, and understanding what that if not better is and how to achieve that.
yeah, and I applaud you because again on the TED Talk I was noticing that like there was one pose where you just told the woman to put her weight on a different leg, and just the huge difference that one little move can make. You're really good at that.
Yeah, so I studied drawing when I was growing up, really. I started when I was about a teenager in figure drawing. And so in figure drawing, we learned a lot of these small nuances in the body. And when you learn drawing, you might think, oh, a model sits in front of you and you're just going to draw what the model looks like. And it's not like that. You actually have to study from the inside out. So you start with the skeleton, you learn the skeleton, you learn how the bones move, which joints move, how they move, which ones don't, etc. Then you learn the muscle groups and you learn, how those lay so that when you're drawing skin and the outside of somebody's body, you really understand what's going on underneath the skin to make something work that way. And it was frustrating for me as an artist because I just wanted to draw what I saw. And so, like, you can imagine my surprise. I walk in my first day of fine art drawing and there's a skeleton there. I was so bummed, But really, that's what boudoir posing is the skeleton of everything else that we're doing. So it's the woman underneath the wedding dress. It's the, woman underneath the clothing that's holding the baby. It's the senior. I mean, it's hard for people to understand that senior photographers can learn from a boudoir photographer. Mm-hmm. But really, if you can pose a woman in her underwear to look good, she'll look even better wearing anything. So this is really the basis, the skeleton of what we're doing as photographers.
Well, great. So anything else you want to share or let people know about June 6th?
We're going to have a really good time. In addition to learning about posing, one of the most important things that we're really going to learn about is communication. And that's something that, people are learning a ton from online education. And there's an amazing amount of resources for online education. And I applaud them and they're great and I partake in them. And, I think they're fantastic. But there's nothing better than in-person learning because that's really where you learn communication, hands-on. You're going to see how I work with the clients when there's no cameras around, filming. And it's really such a better scenario to learn, especially because we are such visual creatures. Mm-hmm. And, we're artists and we're visual, we're photographers. So you can learn so much more by coming in person and just kind of even if you're not taking a million pictures, just standing back and learning and seeing how other people are working. When I give workshops, I learn from my attendees too, because I see them shoot at different angles and try different things. I'm like, oh, I never would have thought of that. So just coming together as a collective group of artists is, really important as well. So don't discount in-person education. It's really important.
Yeah, like you said, it's amazing what you can learn just from the person sitting next to you as well. And it may be through a conversation that has nothing to do with boudoir, but
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It'll be an open book too. If people have questions about other things that we're not necessarily covering in the class, but want to know about work-life balance or pricing or whatnot, we'll have time to discuss a whole bunch of stuff. So, and I curse a lot more in person than I do on camera. So that's what it is. I don't know. People like that, but I would say it's part of your price of admission. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're really looking forward to having you. And for those who haven't signed up yet, you need to get signed up, and you can find us at imagingprofessionalsofindiana.com. It's under the seminars for the June program, and if you don't show up, you're going to be really missing a lot. So thank you, Jen. We really look forward to meeting you, and we're especially look forward to learning a lot from you.
And you will. I'm excited.